morning.
Good morning.
This is Good Morning Bangalore with Lee.
Welcome back to the show. My name is Lee. This is Good Morning Bangalore. Now, we've been seeing the market, rise and fall, and everyone's like kind of worried, hey, my investments are going to, my portfolio looks a little bit, sad at the moment, and it's in the red at the moment. How do you deal with this? What are you going to do? I have the perfect person to discuss all this with, Mrin Agarwal from FinSafe. She's the, founder of this wonderful wellness company, financial wellness company, and she's also a financial wellness expert herself. Mrin, good morning. Welcome back to the show. Nice to have you here again. And you always, give such wonderful insights. So thank you for doing this for me.
Hi, Lee. Good morning.
So Mrin, okay, yesterday was kind of a bloodbath. It just started off, and I think today as well, I don't know how it's going to go. But yesterday, the portfolio looks down at the moment. Everyone's portfolio looks in the red. What should we be doing? How should we manage our portfolio after this?
I'll start?
Yeah.
Well, certainly people's portfolios are down. The markets have been continuously down for the last 5 to 6 months. And now with the whole tariffs that have been announced, it certainly means a lot of changes that could have to happen across the world. And there's a lot of uncertainty that has really built up at this point in time.
Correct.
So for most investors, of course, portfolios are down. And, somewhere I do want to remind people that these ups and downs are always going to be there. Certainly, the event that we're seeing right now, of course, means a lot of uncertainty. And I think it's a really good time as we start the new financial year to also really reassess and reevaluate our investments, whether they're really in line with our goals. So, for example, if somebody has entered the markets 2 years back with an intent to just make some quick money in the next 2 to 3 years, obviously now the person is experiencing that, this is not possible in the markets, right?
Correct.
So I think, it's important that you look through your investments, look through whether you have the ability to really remain invested and whether you have a long-term horizon. And if you do, then of course, yes, you need to be concerned with the uncertainty that's there, but it doesn't mean that you need to exit your investments, right? If you have a long-term horizon, you can certainly remain invested. Now, for those who had entered and had only a 2 to 3 year horizon, they really need to think through as to what they want to do. Do they then change their goals? Or if they need the money right now, then unfortunately they will have to look at exiting. But the other thing that I also think that's very important is to really see how your investments are allocated and, are they really in line with financial goals? And if they aren't, then I think it's a good time to start looking at allocating your investments towards your goals, right? So that way then you know whether you can hold on or whether you want to exit or do something else.
People keep saying buy the dip, right? It's a new term that's come out. Should we be buying right now or should we wait for some time and then, get into the market again?
It's very difficult to time the market. Nobody knows how much further it could go down and nobody knows if there could be a rebound. So I would just say continue your SIPs, continue the strategy of doing, breaking down investments into tranches. And I think that's what would really help us through this. And also, of course, the more important thing is to remain invested.
Right. Also, gold has gone up to the roof at the moment, and it's also kind of a safe bet, to always buy gold and hedge it at this time. Should we be getting into that market as well?
Of course, when you're looking at the last 10-year returns on gold, certainly gold returns are looking better than equity returns. And there is a lot of noise about this at this point in time. But I just want to remind people that in the long term, when you actually look at it, yes, there will be periods where gold will do better than equities, but that's only 30% of the time. Most of the time, it is equities which outperform gold.
Okay.
And as such, remember that, gold does not give you dividends or anything of that sort, right? So it basically grows based on speculation. So what I would say is that, maintain the 15% allocation to gold in the portfolio and really don't go overboard on it just because you're seeing the last 10-year returns being good and, this whole thing about this uncertainty right now. I think what is again very important is to be very, very clear about your asset allocation to different asset classes, which cannot keep changing based on market movement. It has to be really based on your goals and your risk-taking ability. more than anything else.
Right. Because people right now are probably panicking and selling off their stocks. Like, you know what? Oh my God, it's gonna go and need to sell off there. So, your suggestion is just reassess and see whether you need to exit or not, and then take a call.
Absolutely. And on gold, stick to the 15% allocation. Anyway, I think most Indian families have it, given
True.
the amount of physical gold that people have.
For sure. Last question, Mrin, mutual funds. That also, it'll be looking at the in the red at the moment. What are your thoughts? Should we keep our SIPs going on?
Of course, I think it's the time to really stay calm and stay resilient at this point. And we've seen these crashes happening in the market before. Of course, the reason is different every time.
True.
But I think, it's time for investors to be tough, and that's what would see them through.
All right. Thank you so much, Min. Hopefully the market bounces back as quickly as we can. But in this downtime, any other message to the folks out there?
Remain invested.
Remain invested. Perfect. Thank you once again. Have a nice day and enjoy your morning, Min.
Thank you, Lee.